Hi, I'm Kat the Book Tart, and I want to tell you about a book that has stuck with me. I read it a few days ago, and the characters have haunted me, but not in a bad way. The story is called Long Live the Suicide King, and it's by Ritchey. And it's not as dark as it sounds, though, yes, it's dark and um, bittersweet, but there's a lot of humor and light and life in this story. It's JD, Jim Dillinger's journey through the valley of the shadow of death and the meaning of life, love, and donuts. Donuts play a big part in this story, and I admit it made me hungry. I liked Jim, and he's a high school student, and he goes cold turkey on drugs. He quits. Um, and he's decided that he knows the outcome of his life, the next 60 years, and then a boring death, and he's not going to have it. He's just done with life. And so he becomes infamous at school. He's the suicide king, and there's bets on how he'll end his life and when. And he realizes as he gives up on his life that life starts surprising him. He meets a girl named Marion who he thinks might be a reason to live. And donuts are good, but he still doesn't see the point. He meets the lady across the street, Inga. She's a super cool octogenarian. He asks her why she lives, and I loved her. She's a kick-ass character. He actually talks to the girl in the seat in front of him, Kathy, and gets to know her a little bit. His life continues to surprise him, and he's still thinking about how he can end it. And he acknowledges that he's depressed, but he still doesn't see the point in life. And like I said, this book made me think, and I loved going with him on his journey. And he didn't find all the answers, but he did find some answers. And he also meets a kid named Ray, who's a street drug dealer. And Ray thinks Jim's life's not that bad, and he'd love to trade places. And there's that whole surprising possibility and a new circle of people that come into his life because of his decision to end it all. So yes, it's dark, but being in Jim's head was thought-provoking and funny and sad and beautiful, and I loved the journey. I ended the book feeling happy and sad and thoughtful. I wanted to read you a bit from chapter 7. Let's see, where did it go? Okay. Friday morning, I go to school in the same clothes I wore the day before. Maybe that's my plan. Suicide by stink and social embarrassment. I notice it right away. There's a donut on my desk in English class. First class of the day. What's this? I ask out loud. Looks like a donut. Kathy Hastings is kind enough to point out. She's a large girl who sits in front of me, and I spend a lot of time memorizing the back of her hair and the mole she has on her neck. I call her 1066, like 1066 AD, the Battle of Hastings. Never mind. Why 1066? That's hilarious, I say and sit down. It's a chocolate donut. A Winchell's donut. September of 2013. A very good year. I smell it. A fine bouquet. Grease and sugar. God so loved the world. Is it true, JD? She asks me. One time she'd heard Todd call me JD, so she thought it was the name I preferred. She's the only non-stoner goth freak to call me JD. But I figure it's only fair since I have a nickname for her. She's in every one of my classes. Always has been. I take a bite. Heaven on earth. Could I live for donuts? Well, it works for Homer Simpson, so maybe I can give it a try. Life is worth a try. and Aaron Ritchey's Long Live the Suicide King is definitely worth your time. So, go check it out. Thanks from the Book Tart.